Hey guys! Welcome to our channel. Today's topic of the video is, what is technology and the development of internet from the last decades? Nowadays, everyone is tech-savvy and have at least few knowledge about the latest technologies of these days. We all are in a generation where everything is dependent on technology. Right from the ringing of the morning alarm to switching off the fan, everything runs behind the technology. Even the microphone that I am using is an innovation of technology, and thus the list continues. With several inventions of high-tech products, our daily needs are available on the screen at our fingertips. These innovations and technologies have made our lives a lot easier. Everything can be done at the comfort of your home within a couple of hours or so. These technologies have not only helped us in the digital platform, but have also given us innovations in the field of medical, educational, industrial as well as in the agricultural sector. Looking back to the 1990s, the internet was a new commodity many, but not all, households and businesses began to gain access. For people living during that time, the sound of the painfully slow dial-up signal connecting to the internet is a not-so-fond memory. Thankfully, as more people found value in the internet, technology took off to eliminate having to use a phone line to go online and instead delivered faster connections to the World Wide Web. Since the days of dial-up, access to the internet is available almost everywhere. It is rare these days for consumers to go into a coffee shop, library or any place of business and not be able to access a Wi-Fi signal. If there isn't a Wi-Fi signal in close range, most people still have access to the internet via their cellular data connection on their smartphones and personal hotspots, no problem. As more existing technologies are stacked onto each other and developed into something greater, consumers and businesses alike can expect to see more opportunity with future technology. Technology will be faster, have the ability to accomplish more, and everything will become more streamlined to make getting work done easier. While we don't have the ability to predict the future, we can offer speculations on technology's evolution. We are constantly seeing emerging media and new trends in technology to follow. Here are a few trends to watch for in the coming years. The first computer was conceived as a machine of cogs and gears, but only became practical in the 1950s and 60s with the invention of semiconductors. In the 1970s, a hardware company called IBM emerged as the computing leader. In the 1980s, however, software became increasingly important. And by the 1990s, a software company called Microsoft had become the computing frontline leader by giving ordinary people tools like word processing. During the 1990s, computing became more personal, until the World Wide Web turned internet URLs into website names that people could read. A company called Google then offered the ultimate personal service, free access to the vast public library we call the internet. And soon everyone's gateway to the web was the new computing leader. In the 2000s, computing evolved yet again, to become a social medium as well as a personal tool. So now Facebook challenges Google, as Google challenged Microsoft, and as Microsoft challenged IBM. Yet to design a computer system one must define it, so what is computing? This deceptively simple question requires many answers, because computing has reinvented itself every decade or so. What began as hardware became about software, then about users, and is now about online communities. This chapter analyzes the evolution of computing as it impacts computing design.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony.